guys, Jeremy Marinas here again at 8711 for week 2 of Tuesday Trick Tip of the Week. Let's get started. Today we're going over Cheat 900. Again, remember, it's not a full tutorial. I believe that if I gave you all the answers, then you wouldn't have a tricking journey of your own. So the first thing you guys need to know before you attempt to do Cheat 900s, because I'm not giving you the full tutorial, are 540 kick and Cheat 720, or what people like to call Cheat 540 hook. First thing you're going to notice on Cheat 900 is your pump leg is going to be very crucial. The way you pump your knee on Cheat 900 is really going to determine how well your kick's actually going to come out in the end. So that's why it's very important for this move. When I pump for Cheat 900, I pump my left knee because I'm kicking with my right. But not only do I pump up, I actually pump to the side, to the direction that I'm going. But be careful, because on tip number 2, what I'm going to tell you is don't lean too far back. You want to keep your axis pretty straightforward. You can lean back a little bit to give yourself some style and a little more flexibility for your kick. But you really want to make sure you have this knee pumped and your bottom leg is pretty straight. What that does is that keeps you in line. That way you don't get all wonky and it's easy for you to throw the kick out. So if you lean too hard during your kick, one is when you jump, you'll already be off axis and you're just going to be either throwing yourself to the side or to the back, to the front. You're not going to get a clean spin and you're not going to be able to spot where you can kick. Also, if you think about where your balance point is, if you're completely balanced, when you jump straight up, that's your strongest jumping point. So when people step on Cheat 900 and lean, it actually throws off your jumping power and you don't go as high. That's why we always try not to lean and keep our hips and knees and ankles aligned as we jump. When you get into the air, that's when you can sort of lean back a little bit just so you can make room for the kick. Next tip, whether you're kicking to your left or to your right, you always want to spot over that shoulder. Like if I was kicking with my right leg spinning to my left, I would always spot through my shoulder and through my turn and try to find the target before it's time to actually kick. So my spot is always beating my rotation. So in all of these spin moves, especially like corks, double B twist, full twist, double full, anything spinning, you want to incorporate your whole body. So for Cheat 900, when you load towards the leg that you're going to kick with, and then you counter turn, right? But what some people do is they don't utilize this motion right here. This is where you get a lot of power. I'm actually doing a back elbow and a front elbow at the same time. It's like some Tony Jaa shit. Right? And that into my spot is actually going to give me a lot of power. You can imagine that with my spot and my knee pump is going to give me a lot of speed and strength for the spin. Another thing, when doing Cheat 900, when you're going for your pump, you don't want to jump too late. When you pump your knee, if you jump way too late, you end up looking like you're just doing a jump 360, like this. So you might as well be doing a tornado kick. Not very exciting. We're already cheating the 900, so don't over cheat. The next tip. What people don't really understand is Cheat 900 is just a bunch of spins with the Taekwondo switch roundhouse technique at the end. So if you just practice this drill, then you pretty much got the move. So this is another thing about going to our roots. Cheat 900 is a Taekwondo technique. So why don't we go watch how the Taekwondo people do it and imitate that, right? The pump knee is chambered already, and as you spin, it's dropping you into position just for that switch kick motion. So it actually should be very easy because you're using the spin's momentum to get to that switch kick. So the way to drill this is first you're gonna go on a bag, or you can do it in the air, and you're just gonna practice Taekwondo switch kicks, switch round kicks, sorry. You're gonna do that a bunch to where you can just do it off your toes really fast. Then, once you get that, you're gonna drill your knee pump and spinning on the base leg on the floor before you even jump. And you're just gonna spin, do the Cheat 900, spinning on the floor to a switch round kick at the end. And that's it. It's actually very simple. When you get the perfect pump and the perfect spin, you actually don't have to put that much effort into the trick at all. Lastly, once you get the switch round kicks strong, you can take it to the air and you can try it out in your Cheat 900. And that's it. So that's it for week 2 of Tuesday's Trick Tip of the Week. I'm Jeremy Marinas. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already, and support my team 8711 and the 3 Amigos. We'll keep content coming at you as long as we can, and I'm not broken. Ah! See you guys later.